Earlier tonight, we were honored to welcome Bernard Hopkins out of bounds. Bernard's story is well chronicled. He ran with troublemakers earlier in his life. He did time in prison, but later became a champion fighter and a pillar in his community. Now, you may not know Dustin Reinhold's name yet, but he's hoping to pull off the same kind of comeback. John Carchidi went out of bounds with a young man who's trying to make the most of a second chance.
Dustin Reinhold liked to daydream in this place.
I remember the first day I came to this gym when I was like 13, and I just fell in love with it, just right away. And he couldn't keep me out of here.
Now, like then, he labors under trainer Libby Medeiros, the man who helped him win the New England Golden Gloves tournament back in the day and nursed loftier aspirations.
He had a lot of promise. You know, I've seen a lot of talent in the kid. He get to learn.
Libby always talked about the Olympics, but my thing was, as a kid, you dream, and I wanted to be a world champion someday, and so that was my dream. That when I'd run and I'd daydream about that.
One nightmarish instant, specifically 2 punches, stunted everything.
I never meant for that to happen, but when something like that does happen, somebody's got to pay.
About 10 years ago, Dustin left the old gym for a trip out to his native Ohio. While he was there, his dad took him out for his 23rd birthday. It was supposed to be a harmless night out at a local establishment, but they found themselves in the middle of a bar fight.
My father was trying to break it up, and 2 guys came from the bar, and I went right at where they were going towards my father, and I punched the one guy. He fell down, and his buddy came at me, throwing punches.
Should have never happened, and he was trying to protect his father and his honor.
I hit him with a right hand and a left hook, and unfortunately he fell down and banged his head, and he went into a coma, and he died like 12 days later.
Ohio law said any felony resulting in death can be tried as second-degree murder. Dustin faced 15 to life. A plea bargain earned him a 9-year prison sentence instead.
It was kind of scary because I became comfortable in there. I became content and comfortable, and it was actually kind of rough when I first got out. I couldn't sleep. The first few weeks were really rough.
So he came to the gym. During the 9 years, he had dreamt about returning, not to pick up where he left off, but rather to start over.
I thought about, someday, having my mother and my daughter there, and the mother of my daughter, Jen, ringside, and fight and win the Golden Gloves again.
This past January, he won that tournament, and with that do-over complete, he aspires again.
When I was a child, I remember hitting that speed bag and saying, always never stop doing this, so it's just trying to live my dream.
Promise is still there. He showed me that, showed me hot.
Thank you, John Carchidi. You heard John mention that Dustin Reinhold once hoped to become a U.S. Olympian, but circumstances obviously closed that window. Now he's still in there fighting. Len Robbins, we sometimes...